Now that House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer says he'll still move to hold FBI Director Christopher Wray in contempt of Congress, despite Mr. Comer now having viewed a document alleging a bribery scheme involving then Vice President Biden. The question is, what's next in this high-stakes investigation? Joining us now to discuss this is Representative Jeff Van Drew, Republican of New Jersey. Congressman, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here this evening. Okay, help us break this down, because ultimately, Congressman Comer, who's the chair of this committee, has said, I've seen the document, but it's not good enough because FBI director hasn't turned it over to us. Is that fair?
Oh, it's very fair. I mean, there's no question he's in contempt of Congress. We've had this with the FBI, not only in his committee, in Comer's committee, but in my Judiciary Committee that's chaired, by a great chair who's been trying to get Jim Jordan, who's been trying to get information out. We all have. And so we would get these, pieces of information from the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and not only them, but also from the Department of Justice, or whether it was the IRS, or whether it was the Attorney General, just a lot of different people. Everything would be redacted. I mean, we had some literally documents that were so redacted that all you basically saw would be like a yours truly at the end of the document. This is important information. They are protecting illegal activity. I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. They're not giving us the whole scoop. And that information should not only be for the chairman, but it should be for the entire committee. And at some point, the American public. The American public has a right to know when their president, former vice president, is involved in illegal activity. And this is just an attempt by the FBI, CIA, other agencies, I just named them all, to protect the president, to protect Democrats. I don't know what else to say, but it's true. And it's tiresome, and it's not right, and it shouldn't exist. And what Comer is doing is exactly right. This is contempt and absolutely should not be involved. And we cannot give up. And we cannot stop until we get the truth and get the true information.
So one of the concerns from the FBI is something that you brought up, that this would go public, that it would be made public. Now, obviously, this isn't a classified document. It's a secret document. But we had Comer's counterpart in the Senate, Chuck Grassley, Senator Grassley, say that if they receive the document, he would make it available to the public. And that is one of the FBI's concerns, because they say this informant needs to be kept secret for their own safety. So is that a real concern for the FBI? Because it seems like this would go public.
We can still keep the informant protected. I mean, there's no question about that. And we've tried to do that with other informants that have come along who've tried to tell the truth and really let the information out. Again, whether it's the Department of Justice, or it's the IRS, or the CIA, or the FBI. We've tried very much, when these watchdogs come forward, to keep them safe. I honor them for what they do. We can keep them safe and not say where all the information came from, but let the information out. I mean, certainly that would be like saying, well, we never really could let out, all those years ago, the Watergate information, because that could indicate that some people were involved, and we don't want anybody to know that. That's nonsense. This is the people's government. The people have the right to know when their elected officials are involved in illegal activity. When are they going to know? When is the truth going to come out? How come the Democratic truth always comes out as easily as you want, but when it comes to Republicans, we can't get the information that we need? And it's real. This isn't politics. This is real information that American people deserve to know. We got to clean this place up. Washington is a swamp, and it's time to clean it up. And if they're not going to do it the right way, then we've got to play hard, and we've got to do everything we can to get the information.
If what this document, this FD 1023 alleges is true, that then Vice President Biden was part of this bribery scheme, that's pretty demonizing. That's pretty terrible. You're a former Democrat. Is this something that Democrats are concerned about? Could it sway the 2024 election? Only about 30 seconds left.
Well, to be honest with you, they should be concerned about it. You know what? Forget about the former election for a second. Should be concerned because this is America, and he held one of the highest offices in the land, and he should be concerned what's going on with Hunter's, laptop. He should be concerned about this. He should be concerned about a lot of other information is out there that we're not getting the truth on. It's time to tell the truth. It's time to find out what this administration has done now and in the past, and they should be concerned, not for elections, but for America.
Congressman Jeff Van Drew, appreciate your time and your insight this evening. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you. Good to see you as well. Thank you.